All right, guys, today is November 28th. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you notice, there's a different background. I'm actually at work. This is my prep hour. I'm a substitute teacher. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. So I've been asking God to help me understand, these events and things that's going to occur. Well, I wrote down a bunch of notes here, along with the dream that my daughter had, extremely significant to this, and I didn't even know about it until actually this morning. So, the COP28 from December 12th, if you add 2,550 days, that is, leads you into 2030. Okay, this is the Daniel 9:27 covenant, because this is the covenant with many, and he shall confirm the covenant with many. Okay, and we've already seen all these different peace treaties, the ceasefire deal and all that. This is not, that ceasefire deal is not the 7-year covenant. There's a huge difference, because this is something that's already been in the works, that's already been out, but yet has to be confirmed through many, okay, worldwide. So here we go. It is with everyone, which is the whole entire earth. Dubai is underwater. We have the big snowstorms that's been happening over in the west that has knocked out and killed a bunch of people. These little events like this are what is leading up to this COP 28 agenda. Okay, and I know a long time ago I mentioned this. I don't 100% know about the Antichrist, but I do know he plays a huge part in the end. So the false prophet and the coming of the Antichrist, the first beast, etc. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call to the classroom. So King Charles, okay, has been mentioned, and he mentioned Hawaii in the past, and we see the volcanic activity and things like that that's been going on, and he's keeping up with climate change. Okay, so we have King Charles that is going to open this event, COP28, on December 1st. Okay, and just like he did the COP26 in Glasgow, it's made to act, deliver, and incite this deal, which is for 7 years through the Agenda 2030. And this is the point to bring about a 7-year peace treaty. It is to unite everyone. And the Pope opens this event on the 2nd, which is to unite one and all. Okay, and the Pope is the false prophet. So the UN, this is what they said on their site. Agenda 2030 remains our commitment to the children and youth of today, so that they may achieve their full human potential and critical agents of change and torchbearers of the 2030 agenda for current and future generations. Okay, so this is where my daughter's dream is going to come into pass. So she dreamt 2 days ago, okay, and she's almost 16, that she went to school and there was a button that she had to push, but she had to stick her finger all the way through first. She couldn't get her lunch. She couldn't use the vending machines. She couldn't get a pencil. She couldn't get nothing without her identity. It scanned her fingerprint at the school, and as soon as it identified it was her, her items was released, and she was able to get her lunch and use the machines and stuff. That is the biometric system. And she goes, "Mom, it was just so weird. So weird, because I couldn't do anything without it identifying me." I said, "Yeah, baby, that's definitely coming in the biometrics." Now, this agenda, I'm going to continue on here, okay? Why it is a big deal. It's because Pope had 7,000 kids chant, "Nature is our future," and then had kids ask questions like, "Can children save the earth?" And then had kids ask questions. Okay, and then they answered it, and Pope said, "Yes, because you understand, to destroy the earth is to destroy us." And we must guard the earth, children. Do you understand? If you destroy the earth, you are destroying yourselves. And then had them chant, to destroy the earth is to destroy us. Okay, they are coming after our children. Okay, so now they're having kids to push us to comply to this New World Order agenda. And this goes along with scriptures of Matthew 10:21. Now brother will deliver up brother to death, and a father his child, and children will rise up against parents and cause them to be put to death. Why do you think that is? Because the kids are now considered our guardians, and they will cause us to comply. Okay, because the kids are innocent. Why not use the children against us? Okay, kids, they're going to sit there and be like, oh, but you can't get this, you can't do that. And then, Mom, Dad, then if you don't do it, what do? They're going to cause a lot of us to be put to death. I'm not saying that right now, so don't say that I said that. I'm just saying in general, okay? Because kids are innocent. And what the agenda is trying to do is to control everything. Control. Okay, and from now, okay, you have Prince Charles of Wales, December 15th of 2009. Okay, he did the United Nations Climate Change Conference with Copenhagen, which was the COP15. And then another meeting to 2015 to now, they announced that there are 7 more years till we finally begin the COP21. So now COP21, now we're at COP28. And they just said there are 7 more years later. And this is on their website. And they have a time limit right now to get their goals met. So they're urgently pushing this deal. So now he's going to call the world to unite, to act, to deliver on COP28. And it's on their Facebook page, and this is exactly what it said. On November 30th, 2023, the world will unite for COP28, UAE, signaling the start of a 7-year sprint to reduce emissions. And now there was over 70,000 people that are going to attend this event. Okay, and then this equals up to 7 years, and it's the 7 mandates from King Charles. 7,000 kids did this chant, 70,000 people there, and there's a lot of sevens involved in this, and we know that 7 is God's chosen number. Okay, and then they are calling for the world leaders to implement these policies. This is where the 7 heads and the 10 kings, 10 horns come into play. And that's why they were all set last month. Do you understand how I said that? By October 31st or October 30th, they're going to have all the 10 kings. Now they have everything set. So now they are going to push this forward to do this agenda. Okay, so what's going to happen is 2 years into this new agenda is where they're going to meet again for the next 3 years, and then they have an additional 2 years. So they're going to assess how everything's going. If it's not going to their liking, they're going to keep adding to it and pushing it. This is where the mark of the beast comes in. This is where that biometric system comes in, the collapse of the economy, the cash gone, Satan's world, where the king leader are going to hand over their dominion to this beast system. Okay? And then that's when it's going to be considered the COP 2030. Or to COP30. Okay, so that's when they are going to implement this mark. All right, and all of this is going to be, okay, and then in the midst of this is where the 15-minute cities are going to begin. And this is going to be implemented by martial law. And they're trying to deal away with cars and make everything electric, but we know that the EMP is going to wipe out everything, so there's going to be nothing. This is a form of control that they're going to say is going to incite and help the economy, help our nature. Okay? And then King Charles, so we're going to talk about him just a little bit. On May 6th of 2023, he was crowned using anointing oil from the Mount of Olives. And he is a non-Christian, non-Messianic Jew. this is spoken of in Daniel 7 and Revelation 13 as he is the first beast. Okay, on May 6th was also the official claim of the British monarchy and the crowning, which represents Israel's Messiah to be welcomed. Okay, and Israel right now, okay, and he also sits on King David's throne. None of this is coincidence. Okay, and we know that the Jews need a Messiah, not Yeshua as, they claim he is not. And then December 8th, we have Hanukkah, and also December 7th is when the U.S. went to war with Japan, which is Pearl Harbor. And then in Haggai 2, the Lord made references to the future end times and many times before. So there's going to be much chaos prior to this tribulation. And in verse 20, it says that a follower on that day insisted to remember that he will take that follower away. So the dead in Christ will rise first, then we which are remain and are alive shall be caught up in the air with him. Right? And then the first stones of the temple are going to be laid, but that is the 9th month, 24th day of the month. So the temple gets built in the tribulation, not before. So people need to get that corrected. Okay, and Biden is sending now $100 million into the Gaza again. Why? Because he's playing both sides of the fence. He's intentionally collapsing our economy, so we have nothing left. Okay, so now back to the Battle of Pearl Harbor of 1941 with Japan. My dad was born in 1941, and he ended up being stationed in Japan for 4 years. So then 3 days later, Germany declared war on the U.S. So what's holding back all this chaos is the restrainer. Okay, and what happened, is during these wars, America's back was turned to focus on something else. So we were attacked, and that's how we lost the war. This is exactly what's going to happen again. Okay, only this time it's not just going to be with Japan. You're going to have China, you're going to have Russia, you're going to have NATO alliances, all coming with their nukes at us. Okay, and that is why many of us have said, the bombs go down, we go up. I think that a lot of that had to do with different parts in the dreams of events that's going to occur at a futuristic time and a latter time. Okay, futuristic meaning now, like the present time. And so this is how we're going to get attacked or something like that, the whole war. Okay, and so after the signing with the world will never be the same. Okay, and this is going to bring about the temple and the Antichrist, where the daily sacrifice gets taken away. Okay, we'll deal with the red heifer. This will deal with everything else that goes along with this. This is very important event that is coming up, because this is going to bring about the whole entire world of the New World Order, and you do not want to be here during that time. I know that we fly soon. I do not know the day or hour. I know it is soon. And I also know if we are here until next year, it will not proceed past September. And the reason I know that is because April 8th, there's the big X, okay? That goes across the whole entire United States the opposite way, the solar eclipse. And I also know that ends the year for the Jews. That begins their new year. So we are still in the timing of this year until April. So I'm not saying we go till that far. I'm just saying that I know bad things are coming. And I think that is why a lot of people have noticed the different signs in the skies, like I have, things that we've never seen, the halos around the moon, because we know that the incoming planet, the destroyer is coming, wormwood. And all of this ties into the Bible and, with the signing that destruction shall follow, and it's going to be complete mad chaos until then. But there's going to be a lot of compliance to this New World Order too, because it brings about a peaceful environment. But we know that it is false, and it's going to be cut short, cut in half, and then total chaos, mad destruction occurs. So Jesus is still coming. He's still on the throne. And so just pray over this as always, and I will see you there in the air. God bless.